Greetings again, this is Java 16CS011. Today we're going to programming on stimulation of dynamic routing REP version 1 and 2. REP is known as Routing Information Protocol. It is a distance vector routing protocol which is used to connect and is used to help in the transmission of end-to-end uh, information transaction, and it has three versions, v1, v2, and vng. Here we're going to do is v1 and v2, uh, and that is version 1 and version 2. In version 1, the difference between version 1 and version 2 is that version 1 is classful, whereas v is not classful, and v1 is does not only allows a network which is not subnetted, whereas it in v2 it is also uh, it can also support the subnetted network. So first in going to do three topologies, two in version 1 and one in version 2. In version 1 we're going to do with two routers with this, and that is first one is with two routers. Here the IP address of this PC is 192.168.3.1, and this router is 192.168.3.2, and from router to router it is 192.168.4.1 and 4.2, and from this PC, that is the IP address of this PC 192.168.5.1, and the router is 192.168.3.2. So when we see the IP address, so IP root, so it says it has connected three routers. To connect with do with version 1, first we have to enable the configuration command. Then we have to type router rep1, router rep, then the networks which is available, which is available in the network, that is in router 1, this net 3.0 and 4.0 is available, that is connected. We have to enter those networks. Similarly, if we are going to version 2 in this network, so we have to do same as, but the range will be different, that is network will be 5.0 and 4.0. so when we do this, it will configure that, it will make sure that all the three pieces are connected. So when we ping it, as you can see, I've already pinned it. I will again ping it. See, it's 4 to 4 packages are received. Similarly, here when we also ping it, and 192.168.3.1, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4. All the 4 patches are received, which is sent. Hence, this first topology is over. Then the second topology we need to do is with 3 routers. That is this area which is subnetted also. So we're going to take some, that is 24. Here you can see is same, it will be ranged with 3.1, it will 3.2, and between these two routers it will be 4.1 and 4.2. Here between these two, 5.1 and 5.2, and this will be 7.1 and 7.2. When we ping, when we see similarly the same as similar, but only difference is we have to connect it by CLS. So as you can see, and IP root, as you can see, all the networks are connected to this, so that all the connected is, see, all the are connected. Similarly in this also, so IP root, This also it is for all the trees are connected, and this also. This also all the networks are connected. There are five networks in this. Two LAN and three WAN networks are there. So all the five are known by all the three routers. So whenever IP address is asked, it will direct it to the respective router. So when we ping here also I have pinned it already. And 3.1, as you can see, I will print it again. All the four packages are received, none is lost. And similarly here also I have done. So we'll show you again. Uh, all the four packages are received. By this, our version is version one is totally completed. Now let's do the version two. Here it is submitted. So uh, and the versions are submitted. So as you can see, it is 25. It's 2530. That is the bit in the LAN will be oblique 25 and the WAN will be oblique 30. As you can see, I will show you the IP address 0.2. The subnet mask is 128 between which is in the LAN, and in the WAN it is uh, the WAN is 252. So uh, same as we did in version 1, version 2 will be RIP version 2, and the known networks will be added. And similarly, when we this ping again, when we show the to exit exit. Okay, now show IP route. As you can see, all the three networks are again no, all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 networks are known by this by version 2. Also in this also it will be there. All the five networks are also known by this. Then after this, when we ping it, ping 192.168. This will be 3.330. When you ping it, first it is right. Sometimes it will give timeout. Now when you ping it, it will show all the four are received and intact. Similarly, and this, it's when ping it, at 3 3.2. When we again ping it, all the four packages are all sent and received. By this, our dynamic static dynamic routing RIP version 1 and 2 has just been completed. Thank you.